Hi guys. I just made that face for the thumbnail because I'm too lazy to take a separate picture. So, some of you guys have asked me to make like a complete list of everything I own, which is way too much stuff. But I don't mind making a complete list of everything my daughter owns, which is approximately maybe 16 stocks. So let's see, I'll go through it now one by one. This is a little extra video today. So first of all, in her Fidelity account, she has $160 of cash. She owns 6 shares of Baidu, worth $1,188 total. She owns 23 shares of Calmaine, which is an egg company, worth $1,031. She owns 10 shares of CVS, worth $731. And I think that's one of her worst performers. She's down 28% overall in that one. I've tried to keep them around $1,000. She also owns 10 shares of Disney, worth $1,111, a little over $1,000. She owns 15 shares of Dunkin' Donuts, which has been a recent very good performer. Those 15 shares are worth $1,064. And she didn't actually have extra money in her account. I don't sell anything in her account except for one time she just had way too much T. Rowe Price. So it was just doing way too good. The stock price was high enough so that she had like triple as much T. Rowe Price as anything else in her account. So I sold 2/3 of that and I bought some Dunkin' Donuts. And I'm happy that I did because she paid about $60. Now they're worth $70. So she has $1,064 worth of Dunkin' Donuts. She has 6 shares of Facebook and she's approximately even. She got these a while ago, but Facebook has went down recently. So she has $920 worth of that. She has 1 share of Google, which has dropped recently, like every other tech stock in the world. Today's October 12, by the way, Friday, October 12, 2018. So Google's worth $1,079. She owns the C-class shares, whatever the regular one is. I think it's the regular one. GOOG. She owns 11 shares of Hasbro, the toy company, $1,075 worth. She owns 40 shares of the underwear company Hanes, and this is actually her worst performer of the group. So her 40 shares of Hanes have went down to only being worth $646. So I'm happy to have companies like this in her portfolio because it really shows that overall, she's made money despite her losing stocks. It would just be unrealistic to have all winners in here. So next on the list, Hormel Foods. I bought this one. I think this was one of the first ones I bought for her. She owns 30 shares of that. It's a nice dividend payer, up 16% since she bought it. She owns $1,190 worth of that. She owns Hormel because she eats the food. She owns Hanes because she wears the underwear. She owns Hasbro because she plays with the toys. Hope you see the theme. Johnson & Johnson, she uses the shampoo. She owns 9 shares. Those 9 shares are worth a total of $1,204. Kroger, she's never shopped at a Kroger, but Kroger was down to like $20 at one point, and I just wanted my daughter to make some money. So she owns 53 shares of Kroger, and those are now worth a whopping $1,417. 1417. She's up 32%. If I was the type to sell in her account, I could have sold her. So she bought them at 20. Right now, Kroger's worth 26. She could have sold those shares at 32, but I've made a promise to myself to really not touch her account and just to leave it and let it grow over the years. But if I was going to play with it, I would have sold the shares at $32. But I didn't. So, and I'm happy that I stuck to the promise because I really want to have a long-term mindset. And it's really working for her. Her account is, honestly, percentage-wise, her account is doing better than mine. She just sits there, collects the dividends. Most of her stocks go up. So 6 shares of McDonald's. This is her newest investment. Very happy with it because we buy the Happy Meals, $977 worth of McDonald's. She owns 20 shares of Nike. This is one of her better performers. She originally bought the shares at 52 when, in my opinion, Nike took a little dip. Nike is now up to her equity in Nike is now up to 1,490. She owns 14 shares of PayPal because PayPal is awesome. My other video that I made this morning, PayPal was actually listed first. So 14 shares of PayPal worth $1,062. She only owns 9 shares of T. Rowe Price because it has grown so much for her. I was lucky enough to sell when T. Rowe Price was relatively higher, so her 9 shares are worth $886. And her cost basis is only $73, and she ended up selling it like $120 or something like that. Now they're worth $98 after the last 2 days. T. Rowe Price has taken a beating as everything else in the whole market. She has 5 shares of VOO, which is a Vanguard index fund with a very, very, very low fee. So on her $1,000, if she was paying 1%, that'd be $12 a year. If she's paying 0.1%, that'd be $1.20 a year. But she's not paying 0.1%. She's paying about 0.05%. So she's paying about 60 cents a year, which is nothing. 60 cents a year she can afford. She also owns, to wrap it up, one of my least favorite stocks, probably my least favorite stock in the world, YRD. I only bought her 10 shares of YRD back when it was $22. Now it's only $15, so she's lost about 30% on that one. Her 10 shares are only worth $155. This is a Chinese company that's peer-to-peer lending. They do pay a dividend, and probably if I stumbled upon the stock right now, I'd be buying loads of it. But since I bought it at a much higher price, I'm not so happy with YRD. So she's just not touching it, and she only owns 10 shares. So whatever, we're keeping it in her account. Give her a little bit of exposure to Chinese companies, that and Baidu. So we'll see how that works out. She doesn't use either one of those Chinese companies, so it's my fault for breaking my rule of only buying companies that she uses the products. So that's her portfolio, and it was up to $20,000. It took a little dip of about 7%, 6% or so. It's now worth $18,645. I will probably be giving her money maybe next week, maybe transferring her some money. Her birthday's on November 7th, so I will be giving her $4,000 more before November 7th and buying her some stuff. And next week is probably going to be a good week to do that, so I might do that next week. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. A little bonus video for those of you that were interested in what my daughter owns. If you want to count, that's everything she has, so we'll see how much stuff that is. So it's not a bad way to start a portfolio by just investing in companies that you like, that you know the products, that when the share prices go down, you can have faith that the company is probably going to do well. Because, let's see, her 2 biggest investments that are down, Hanes and CVS. And I think we can both agree that these are 2 well-known companies that will probably do well over the long term. I mean, everyone needs drugs and everyone needs underwear, so over the long term, they'll probably be okay. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Bye, guys.